Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very new experience here as the UNF1 boys and some new people are going to go F2 racing here at the Bahrain circuit for the round 1 of the UNF2 championship. I am ROP, aka Pepsi Freak 212 in the UNF1 series, and I'm joined by Frecci Viola, another driver and founder of UNF1. Frecci, if you're there, please say hello.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Pretty excited for today. Looking at it's going to be an exciting race in F2.
That it will be. I'm hoping it will, because we got a lot of talented drivers from the UNF1 calendar. I mean, I guess not a calendar, the driver list, along with a bunch of new faces that are trying to make their way onto the calendar, or I guess the grid for Season 2. As you can see here, we already are halfway through as JWM kind of spun it there, going off the end of the last corner. Hopefully he can get it around. Hopefully he doesn't have any damage. But, as you can see here, a lot of these new faces are trying to get on the grid for Season 2, and hopefully they can try to impress and show the teams why they belong here. So anyway, as we show off the grid here, you can see that currently J707 has the pole lap currently, as he did set that during the first 15 minutes of quali. But he did end up crashing during the first 2 laps, and we'll have to see where he starts, because we don't 100% know with this system, as he may be starting in the back. But as you look at the rest of the field, Noah, who's been relatively fast in the test sessions, is in 2nd right now. NASCAR fan in 3rd. Cross Tommy in 4th, who's 3rd. It's actually 2nd in the UNF1 standings. And JWM, our commentator for UNF1, rounds out your top 5. Frecci, anything you saw worth noting in the first 15 minutes?
Yeah, actually, J707 has just sent that crash into the stewards. It's looking like it was just where he lost too much traction on a curb in turn 4, and it just like looks like he's lost it, which is pretty unfortunate. But I'd just like to say sorry about the intro, Pepsi, now that I'm all settled in here. It's looking like the field is absolutely rapid at the front, and it's so tight. We're only separated by, oh wow, it looks like Viper, Noah, and NASCAR fan are only separated by only tenth of a second.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. That is relatively close. I mean, NASCAR fan, we didn't really have on our radar because I didn't really see him in any of the test sessions, and he does look like he's got some pace here, at least at Bahrain. He's showing up Cross Tommy, who is no spring chicken, as they would say. As we look for the rest of the field as well, Sir Vapor did join a little bit late, but you expect a little bit more pace out of him. I mean, 16th is not usually where you see him on the grid, but maybe he just struggles with these F2 cars. Now, it's worth noting that you're saying, why are some of them on mediums and some of them are on softs? Well, in F2, you get 1 set of softs and 1 set of mediums to qualify on for the whole 30-minute session. Half the field went out on softs, and the other half went out on mediums, and they burned their only set, so now the other half will take the reverse. So if you started on mediums, you're probably going to go out on softs when the track gets more rubbered, and vice versa. But regardless of what you qualify on, you'll start a nice fresh set of tires for the featured race, or I guess the main race as well.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm on board here with Joey TG Games, and I think we had some high expectations for him coming in here. It looks like he's getting his tires warmed up, preparing for an outlap. My crudity here is he's stuck in the middle of the straight. He looks like he's on medium tires, which is an interesting strategy, but he's still up there.
Probably already burned his softs.
Yep. Yeah, like you said, like we were just discussing. Yep. So yeah, now we're getting ready for Joey TG Games here. I would hop on board with him. Let's stay on board with first.
I currently am on board with him. Yeah, he's on his outlap along with Jingo's, JWM, and Crudity, as Slotty just went P1.
Wow,
on his softs.
Bang.
I mean, he was
139.8.
Yeah, he was fast in those tires and our test session. So again, not that shocking.
He was P2 in our preseason test session, so that's pretty exciting for him to get P1 here in our inaugural F2 race. Joey TG comes across the start, finish straight. He's got the DRS wide open as he comes down here into turn 1. Down into 3rd gear, 2nd gear. He's getting all the rotation out of his car. Easy on that back end as that turbo kicks. It's hard to lose. It's hard to keep it under control. DRS wide open because he comes down the 2nd straight. Let's see what he can do here.
He's gonna have to take
just after the 100-meter board. Comes in tight. Perhaps you can take it away from here as he takes it a little bit wide on the curve.
As he's going to go into this S section here, as he's going to have to take these corners right. It looks like he's going to have to take it nice and slow. Unlike in the F1 cars that have a lot of downforce, you got to just kind of fiddle it around these corners. As he's going to take this corner here, ooh, he locks up the right front. As he's going to take the corner, does get it slowed down, but hopefully didn't flat spot that tire there. But, well, again, these tires don't really matter, but still, it's going to hurt his own qualifying lap. He's going to take this corner here, one of the hardest corners in F1. He takes it relatively nicely, but did lock up. We'll see at the end of Sector 2 here, see where he lines up, but it looks like it's an okay lap so far, as he's going to go past the Rolex sign here, and he is going to be, I thought that was the end of Sector, but no, it's a little bit farther down, my mistake, as he's going to go up through this section here, relatively tight corner here. A lot of drivers have lost in F1 here, but it looks like he takes it relatively planted, as he's now, he has set a fast Sector 2, purple.
Yeah, purple Sector 2.
Fretchy, I'll finish up the lap here. He did take the first section, so as he comes past the Arco sign, he's going to have to keep it nice and clean. One corner to go, as he's going to take the board, brakes around the 100-meter board, as he's going to hit the corner, hits it nicely, gets a good exit, no invalidation, as he's going to take a run to the line, and it's going to be, as we wait, no, not P1, he is P9.
He's lost some time somewhere in the first and second.
Yeah, because he set a fast second sector, but
as we mentioned, there's just a little bit of wheel spin. As we come around here, though, I'd like to mention, sometimes in these F2 cars, you really don't feel like you've got the tires really activated until your second or third qualifying lap. So we'll see what he can do here again, as he's got much less wheel spin in that first corner again.
As we're going to take a quick look at the rest of the field here. 8,000 on his out lap.
Viper Noah, Toss Salad is on an out lap as well. We got a lot of fast guys that are still looking to set times here, so we can see a lot more shake up in this top 10.
Noah's been again, like I've said it before in this broadcast, but Noah is very confident he can get pole here. Because remember, pole does get 4 points. So unlike in the regular F1, the pole actually means something. So you want to start your season off with the right bang here. You're going to want to get pole. As Viper's going to start his out lap, I guess we'll watch on board with him, but we'll keep an eye through the rest of the field because we don't want to miss like we did accidentally for Slotty. As Viper's going to start his lap here, as he's on his out lap, he looks relatively confident in his car. Because him and Cross, that's a deadly combination, possibly. Probably one of the better combinations on this grid.
Great team combo, yeah. Two dedicated drivers right there.
Free Def left this session, so maybe someone will have to invite him back.
We'll get an invite out to feed Def.
As we watch on board here with that, Viper, as we look at the rest of the field here, JW is still doing his normal laps, Toss on and out. Freddy actually on an out lap too, so we'll have to probably turn back in at him when he starts his, because he is the points leader in UNF1. As I said, he said he doesn't feel confident in these F2 cars, but you never count him out no matter what he drives.
Noah's just gone out too far.
Yep, and then validated his lap.
Track limits in Sector 2, yep.
Oh, that sucks for him. He's going to have to put another good lap down. He did start on medium, so those are a nice Fred. Let me just check the tires here.
The 3 laps older sauce, it doesn't look like he's going to, unless he can get them activated and nicely warmed up for a 4th lap here. I don't see him getting up to Slotty Banks put an absolutely beautiful time in there with the 139.8.
Freddy's still on mediums. I wonder, did he go on softs? Because he's on an out lap. Did he pit on softs?
Freddie is currently on my screen, Pepsi, on an out lap on softs.
Okay,
he's on fresh soft. Freddie is on a fresh pair of softs going over it.
Yep, because I didn't check the timing scoring has not updated yet. Gotta wait for a lap to finish. So I guess we'll watch him for a second, as he's about to start his lap in because he's just come out of Sector 2, started Sector 3, as most of the rest of the field here just trying to find little improvements, because remember, again, most people here presumably know F2 rules to a degree, but remember, there's 2 races, they're 25% each, and after the first race, the first top 8 will be reverse grid, and they'll be flip-flops. So you want to get a good qualifying spot because you want to win this race and then hopefully stay in that top 8 for at least the second race. You don't want to put yourself in a hole early. As Freddie starts his first lap here. Oh, sorry, go ahead. You got something to say, Fredgy. Cut you off.
No, we're on board here with Freddie, yeah, for sure. But as we were saying before, this qualifying session has some extra merit to it because there's points up stakes here, so it's something to keep in mind. As Freddie sees breaks right after the 100-meter board, he gets to see if he can get a good exit out of here. These cars, they're much slower than we're used to in the F1, but the race, there's multiple. Oh, he sets a purple first sector. Freddie's on for a nice lap here. Let's see.
Did he just? I didn't do it. No, he did what Noah did, but he didn't go out far enough. Lap's clean. Lap's clean. Toss just set the fastest lap. Sorry to cut you off. Toss did just set the fastest lap. As I think, Viper Noah binned into the barrier. I think, where is he? He's off turn 1. Actually, he's right around Sector 1, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll cut back to Freddie here because I don't want to interrupt his lap.
Wow, it's 8,000 RPM. Our
8,000.
Pub Rock Michael has done a P3 performance. Wow, that's exceptional for him. I know he's going to be proud with that one.
Yep. He is. I mean, he was a fill-in commentary last week for us, and he did so well. He'll be back in the booth tomorrow. So good. If you like the hearing, make sure you hear it more.
Oh,
As
is
Freddie
Freddie
also
set
said,
the purple sector
purple sector
too?
two.
Yeah.
As we wait here, because we go down the back straight here, he's probably taking that experience he had from last week, and hopefully trying to use it this week. As he's going to come down the final corner here, he's looking to try to get a pole lap here. He's going to have to put some good work in here. He has to gain about a second and at least a half to get the pole. Here he comes down the straight. He's set 2 purple sectors, and it's going to be a P3. Oh, he's not that far off.
Wow.
He's going to try a second one probably, but he's going to have to find some time. But that is relatively good for Freddie.
Yes, and as we said before, I think these tires in F2, they activate right at the second or third lap, so he's going to try and find some extra time in that right here. I think he's going to be able to possibly get 139.7 possibly. See if we can do it. Beat Toss My Salad.
Because Toss My Salad is a relatively fast driver in UNF1, and he's had good luck. He's got 1 podium so far in his very short UNF1 career, but you could say he's been good, but his hype level's a little bit lower than it should be. So again, a good statement win here would say, hey, I deserve to be in Tier 1, I deserve to be in a good drive, and I deserve to win some races. Because he's probably getting upshot by Johnny a little bit, and you can say there's a little bit of jealousy in that team. But hopefully he can improve here today. As Freddie is just coming on the backstretch here, I'm not paying attention to the sectors. Has he set a purple sector anywhere, Fretchy?
No, he has not improved on his first sector or second sector, so it's not looking good for him right now. Someone we haven't mentioned too much today, though, who was our preseason champion. He was P1 in our preseason standings. JWM Films, who he's coming around for his flying lap right now. He's on a fresh pair of softs as well as he's coming around the start finish. We'll see what Freddie can do as well, though. He's coming around to. He's invalidated. Freddie's invalidated.
Freddie's invalidated. All right, I have put on JWM, and we're gonna see how he does here. As Slotty also is going back out there. I only think he did 1 lap on his soft, so he should have 1 more good attempt at this, and we'll take a look at him in a minute when he comes back around. As
that's a great strategy from him there.
Yep, saved his tires, probably figured let's let the track get more re-rubbered and let's go back out there again and try it again. He was a piece, I guess you could say a pretty decent pickup for F2, so again, trying to impress to get some sponsors. As JW did just set a fast Sector 1, purple Sector 1 from JWM,
yep.
proving why he's the preseason champ. David Ladd retired from the session and P14, so he's not going to be improving. As there is a slow car ahead of him, hopefully he does not hold him up too much. I can't tell who that is. That is not Sir Vapor. He pulls out of the way. Good on Cross Tommy, P1 in the Trident.
Wow, Cross Tommy sets a rapid lap, a 139.4. That's almost 400s faster than the P2.
That is correct.
That's a lot of time made up in these F2 cars. There's a big gap there.
No matter where I go, he always seems to be just slightly faster than everyone else around him, which it's a bit annoying.
He always seems to just pull some extra time out of the bag.
Yep. Anyway, as JWM's trying to beat that, Freddie did retire. He'll be starting at least P4. As Slotty's on the side waiting to start his lap. As well, maybe not P4. He may fall because we'll see what JWM puts his car. But Freddie will not be improving. As JWM's going to come around the last corner here. He's going to hit that apex nicely. No lockup. And here he comes to the run to the line. 35, 36, 37. It's going to be... No, it's going to be slower, but it is going to be P6. I don't, every time we ride on board with someone, it seems like we give them a commentator's curve because we slow them down. Must be the weight of the pressure, but when we didn't watch Slotty's toss and crosses, they all went faster. But then, we watched 8, Freddie, and I think someone else, NASCAR fan, and they all went slower. As we watch on the last lap, Slotty's going to be starting his 1 lap here. JWM, I think maybe on a cooldown lap. Cross, is he? I think someone just set a fast Sector 2. I think it was Cross. Yeah, Cross set a fast Sector 2 here, so he's still going. He's trying to improve.
Cross is still going on the softs. They're still only a lap old, so you might have them just in the perfect temperature range right now.
We'll see here as he comes down the straight. It does look slower though, so I don't think he improves. I think there may have been a graphic issue, so I think he was on a cooldown lap. Slotty is slowing down, I believe, so he's not going to be setting a time. JWM, let's see here. His Sector 2 seems slower.
From my point of view here, I do believe qualifying is over. It looks like we just got some AIs driving around.
Oh yeah, well yeah, true. I think JW may be on his lap because most of the field has hit checkered except JW and Free Death. But I think Free Death actually retired, rejoined. Yeah, he's pitting. So JWM's the last car, and when he crosses the line, we will be ready to start the first race of this doubleheader. I do want to say this though before qualifying. Actually, well, I guess we can do a rundown first. Then I'll propose the question. But as he comes down the straight here, and he will not approve, and that should be the end of his time. And I think we just have to wait for Free Def to retire or be put in pit road. But as we wait, I do have a question to propose. Do you think that since the UNF1 drivers raced here last weekend at Bahrain, is that going to help them or hurt them driving here in F2 cars today?
From my point of view, if you're gonna come into this race and think, oh, because I raced in these cars last week in here in F1, it's not gonna do you any good, because in these F2 cars there's different racing lines, different cornering techniques. It's not really gonna be the same track or techniques. It's gonna be similar, and you could have the track layout down, but you're gonna have to take the F2 cars around here once or twice to really get a feel for what you're getting into for a full race.
Because it reminded me of what George Russell said when he took an F1 car for the first time and he did the braking. He's like, oh, the braking wasn't that bad. And then he realized that it was on the very low setting, and he did it again, and he just went, whoo, and he was like, whoa. So yeah, there is a big horsepower and braking difference between those two cars. Yeah. So as
something that we can only imagine. So.
Well, that's what the virtual rules for. As anyway, as Cross Tommy does send P1 and gets the pole, he's going to get 4 points added to his total, and it's going to be a relatively good start for the young American. As we look at the rest of the field, Toss second, Slotty third, Freddie fourth, 8000 fifth, JWM sixth, J707 is 7th, and Joey is 8th, Noah 9th, and NASCAR fan will round out your top 10. Is the, I'm going to say the formation lap on? Because I believe it is.
Yes, we do have formation lap set up for this F2 UNF2 championship, so it's going to be very important for drivers to get the heat into those tires on this formation lap, because that's what's going to get you positions on the start.
As you look at the top right, a bunch of those drivers are currently conversating at the barrack, so they're having a nice little fun convo about where they improved and de-improved. We'd like to listen in, but we're in the booth, so that ain't going to happen.
The black hole of the spectator void.
Yep, we're just in the void right now. We're like in the Family Feud isolation chamber. No sound escapes. This is a nice bright day here in Bahrain, which, different from the qualifying session, it's gonna be a lot hotter. Even though this is a virtual race, they would be a lot more pressure under the bright sunlight, because we do remember sometimes the gamma can bother people's eyes in certain situations. Because remember, a lot of these drivers are in different time zones. So if it's like 1 a.m. where someone is like Toss My Salad, who's in the British time zone, it's going to be a lot more dark around. So maybe that lighting off the TV could bother his eyes a little bit. I doubt it, but again, challenges of racing with different time zones.
Yeah, and also I'd like to mention UNF1, our main league, is going to be on our regular scheduled programming tomorrow, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. GMT.
And currently driver in 6th, JWM, currently driver in 5th, 8,000 RPM, and Kyle, I can't remember his gamer tag off the top of my head, but all three of them will be in the booth tomorrow for what will be an interesting race, because we are hearing reports that some of the top drivers may not be there because some flight issues, possibly, maybe some COVID-related issues. Well, virtual COVID issues. No one's got COVID in our league yet. So anyway, the point still stands that it could be interesting, because if some of the top drivers don't show up, that could throw a monkey wrench in the championship. So maybe something to tune in for and watch and see.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, it's looking like our championship leader Freddie is going to be at a Dolphins game, and a couple of other guys got some
issues on their own. So yeah, it could be anyone's championship, because we ride board and cross. He could make ground, I could make ground in the championship. It's only really a 4-horse race, but I guess we'll stop talking about UNF1 and talk about the actual grid here, as Cross is letting off P1 as he's kind of sped away on the formation lap. Toss in 2nd, who got passed by Slotty on the formation lap. He's in 3rd. Freddie, 2 Real in 4th. 8,000 RPM in 5th. JWM Films in 6th. J707J in 7th. Joey TGE Games in 8th. Noah in 9th as he's stopped on track for some reason. NASCAR Fan in 10th. Crudity in 11th in the Auden BWT. Donut Glazer in 12th. Feed Death TV in 13th. David Ladd in 14th as he's really slow. Not Sir Vapor in 15th and Jinko's in 16th. But to go back, why is David Ladd so far off the pace on this formation lap? Has he got some issues, or is he...
I can only guess for right now, but it looks like he's probably had an issue on the start. Maybe wasn't ready, stalled out.
Telemetry looks okay on my screen, so he does have power. So again, these are virtual cars, so I don't think there's any controller issues or wheel issues. It's just, I guess he just wasn't looking at the lights, taking a little bit of a nap. So anyways, Cross, I think, about to make it to the starting grid as we wait here. Yep, he's coming around the final corner. Actually, he must think this is a race because he's already at the starting grid while the rest of the field's coming off the last corner. So I think Cross wants to be first in everything he does. This will be an 8-lap race, so we're not going to be here too long.
That is Cross Tommy. He is known for really just powering through his formation laps. He's just really want to get the race underway.
He's kind of a man that barges to the beat of his own drum. As we wait for the rest of the field here, they're gonna, because Cross is gonna be waiting there a while. His tires are gonna get relatively cold. So again, I don't think that was the smartest strategy, especially considering David was really far off. But again, different strokes for different folks. So maybe he knows something I don't in the booth. That's why we're in the booth. As we're waiting, as David's about to line up here, as we're waiting for 5 red lights. Yep, and there we go. As we're waiting, as the 5 lights are about to go out here, and it will be green. Green. Do the lights go out on your screen?
I'm having a technical error. I haven't seen any cars move.
Yeah, I haven't seen any cars either as well. Oh, now they go. Okay, that was a bit weird. Okay, we're going to have to talk to someone in the booth. As anyway, as Cross is going to lead off turn 1 here, as it looks like Sly is going to try to make a move on the outside here, as he's going to try to go side by side. It looks like not that close, but it looks like he's going to take second as Cross kind of goes slow in that corner, but he's going to hold P1. As we go through the rest of the field, as we got a big battle in the back, as we kind of go through the rest of the field here, we got a yellow flag in sector 1 as it looks like someone went off. Oh, someone hit the barrier. I think I see some pieces of carbon fiber back there as, not Sir Vapor has lost a bit of his wing along with Free Def and NASCAR Fan.
Free Def and Vapor have all been involved in an incident.
Freddie also fell. Oh, Freddie spun. Freddie spun coming off that corner out of turn, the end of that corner right there in sector, turn 5 as he's also got, I think, some damage. Not a good start for those boys.
It's Cross, Tommy, Slotty, Bang, and JWM Films have got clean air and have got off to a beautiful start here. They're going to be pushing the pack up front now. And it's about if you can keep...
Oh, Frenchie is lagged out. He will join back in a second, so I'm going to have to cut over the information here as tosses it forth. As it looks like we're going to have a move here. Nope, he just tucks back in line, JWM. He's going to be kind of aggressive. He knows he's only got 8 laps here. He's going to have to make something happen. As we got Joey in 6th. He kind of have a little bit of train form behind him. Got to use that camera, my mistake. As Freddie has, I think, had a mass lag out. Now, Frenchie has had a mass lag out, so I guess it's going to be a one-man move for the time being. As we watch accordingly, Crudy going to maybe try to size him for 7th here, as the rest of the field's kind of relatively formed, kind of nice little bubbles. So it'll be interesting to see how this works. As we're going to kind of just watch here, as we'll just let the sounds play for a second. Noah Cross Time just set the fastest lap in the medium. Not the mediums, we tried it. Trident is, we got it 1 and 5. They're going to look at the constructors as JWM is going to try to look on the inside here on Slotty. He's going to make the move. Can he make it stick? Oh, he lost in the corner. It got bogged down. They're going to be side by side, but he's going to put the pinch on him, and he's going to make the move happen for second. JWM is going to take second. Now he's going to, as it looks like also Toss is going to pass Slotty because of that push out, and he will successfully make the pass for third as Frenchie has joined us back. Welcome back, Frenchie.
Thank you. Just a little bit of technical error there. I'm going to need an invite to rejoin the race.
Yep, I will invite you in. Actually, is it open to friends or is it invite only?
It's invite only.
Alright, how am I going to do this? This one's going to be interesting. As Joey, alright, we're going to take a, as we got a battle here for 7th. Alright, I'm going to try to quickly invite you as fast as I can, so give me 1 second. Sorry, boys, this will be 2 seconds. Let's just listen to the audio here.
Quick short introduction.
Yep, sorry. I know it's an 8-lap race, but we will go as fast as possible as we can here. Sorry. Fuck, how do I game? Overview. Ah, crap. I don't remember how to do this on a quick fly.
Press start, invite friends.
Okay, start. Oh my Christ.
Okay, Pepsi,
I'm calm. I just don't. Yep. Sorry. Send message, cause path. How do I not? I don't see the invite only option there.
Pepsi, just press pause and invite
Oh,
message or
on the game? Sorry, man. Sorry. I know. Technical issues, boys. I look like a novice. Anyway, as I'll quickly invite him. First race of the season, boys. Sorry. Anyway, as we hope nothing major happened. Cross is still in P1. Toss is in third, trying to pass on the end of JWM. Slotty in fourth, Noah in fifth. Joey Ty's got a pedally, as JWM also has a pedally as well, maybe for cutting. So I'll probably put up the pedalies here real fast. Pedalies, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Yep, so they have 2-second pedalies each. That's going to probably hurt him because we'll go back to the intervals here. As Nice Vapor also got a 2-second time pedally. Yep. Let's see. There we go. As RU back, I'll let you wait for French to get back in. But we got a nice battle here for 6. As I think actually Slotty, yep. JWM has got it. Cross is just checked out. He's got a 2-second lead on JWM. And Toss and Slotty trying to maybe make a pass to JWM. He got the pass, but according to at least JWM standards, he is a man that abuses his tires, at least according to him. So, as Toss gets loose in that corner here, and he's gonna spin it. As he was in third, he's gonna go 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. He's not gonna be able to reset the track. It seems he's now gonna spin it around, as he's gonna be in 8th. Oh, one more thing to note, as I don't think this has been brought up yet, is that every driver is going to have to make a 1-tire mandatory pit stop. So if you're on softs, you're going to have to go to mediums and vice versa. As I think Free also spun, as Cross Tommy has just had the fast lap of the race. And David Ladd has retired. Fretchy, you back in the lobby yet?
Yes, I'm on board with Cross Tommy right now. Sorry to the viewers for that little technical disruption. These kind of things happen. We'll try to clean them up for you as the season progresses. Anyways, it looks like we still got a great battle going on for 1, 2, and 3. We got P3 all the podium positions all are within 3 seconds of each other. So
as we do have a slow car on the end of the corner, as I think 8,000 has pitted for a new set of tires. As we do have, I think that's just David's retired car, so never mind, ignore my ramblings. But as we do have a yellow flag sector 1, as it looks like someone may have.
This is a pretty interesting battle, I would say, on board with Freddie here. We got 2 teammates who are definitely probably in communication, so we'll see. It's kind of interesting to see team tactics here. I'd be interested to see what they do.
Freddie would, if we asked both drivers and they said who was the fastest driver, both of them would probably say Freddie. But Donut Glazer is putting up a good fight here. So we do have a yellow flag in sector 3, but again, it looks like
that Feed Death TV's gone into the pits. I think he was going slow into the. Oh, he's serving a drive-through penalty. Feed Death is serving a drive-through.
As we ride on board, your Cross again has just checked out, so you're not missing anything up front. JWM has put a good distance on Slotty, but Noah looks like he could actually pass. No, kind of relatively close, but not close enough. As it looks like Joey and Crudy are battling for 5th, but not really. Yeah, it looks like the best battle as Donut Glazer goes wide is probably what's currently going with Donut and Freddie here. Anything else happens, we will let you know. As it looks like
I'd like to make a correction. Feed Death has pitted for the softs, and I'd like to say the top 11 drivers have not pitted yet. So we got 11 drivers on mediums.
Actually, JWM just did pit. JWM
has pit road. Just hopped into the pits. We'll see how that affects the strategy. It's lap 5. He's going to have 3 laps to really get those soft tires activated. I think that's a great strategy for JWM there.
True. Also, J77 has pitted as well. I think the undercut is kind of strong around here, but will it be enough to make up 3 seconds? I guess we'll find out, because
the Cross Tommy has really been pulling away with this. I've got to wonder if Cross Tommy is going to try and just pit on lap 7.
Maybe try to pull if they didn't reverse the rules, maybe try to pull a Schumacher and pit on lap 8, but...
yeah.
But anyway, as we look like Crudy's going to try to make a pass maybe on Joey. He's all over the back end of him, as he's trying to just make some time here. Maybe try to... as Joey does lock up a little bit, Crudy looks like he's trying to change. He's going to probably wait for that straight to make the pass, because he has been riding the back of him. Here for a possible move. He's going to get a good tie bump into the corner here.
Gonna get a good exit out of here.
Good exit.
The DRS.
Got the
Joey's
DRS
done a good job.
Will he make a turn to move 1? Nope, he's just going to tuck back in line.
Smart move. Got to be patient with these F2 cars. It's really about thinking about long term. You got to think laps in advance.
As we is Cross going to, as we're going to put it on Cross right now to see if he pits. Freddie got a 2-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so even in an 8-lap race, it's kind of easy to cut in these corners because of the strict cutting, as it looks like, is Cross diving down? He is going to be diving down this lap, trying to make sure the undercut doesn't work that strong. Slotty will join him. No one's going to stay out for an extra lap because his teammate's in pit road, so he's going to be going on lap 7. Joey we're pitting. Crudy staying out. Toss My Salad staying out. Donut Glazer coming in. As I think Freddie may have lost touch of Donut, so I think he lost because they were side by side, but then it looks like maybe Freddie just lost going to the corner.
Lost some time somewhere, yep, you're correct.
As we look for this.
As you see, pretty crucial to see the pit exits here. Let's see where JWM is coming out and see if he can get a good run at Cross. Cross is already exiting the pits though. Still far ahead of JWM.
Yep.
See if he can break down it. Oh, well.
Yep, JWM is currently there. Cross is currently on track. Yep, he's got relatively good distance. 3 seconds. That's about the same.
3 seconds.
Yep, 3 seconds.
We'll see here if JWM can kind of squeeze it up because Cross is going to have to spend a lap heating those tires up.
Again, I don't know if he'll make up 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough with a good driver like Cross up there.
I'm gonna quick look at penalties to make sure. Because remember, also JWM has a 2-second time penalty, so it is worth noting.
It's actually unfortunate. It looks like JWM picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. He's got a 5.
Yeah, that basically puts him out of contention.
Sorry we missed that, guys. JWM has got a picked up.
Yeah, we've been kind of going around a bunch of different battles on this track trying to find things. So that will happen from time to time because we only got 1 feed, so well 2 feeds but 1 recording. So again, first race, technical issues. We'll get it all nice and sorted out by the second race. Anyway, well, I guess the next race in this section. We're going to be probably pitting this lap here because this would be lap 6, so he could go probably 1 more, but I don't see why he would stay out.
Crudy and Noah are going to have to hop in the pits. Yeah.
Toss My Salad coming as well. Crudy got speeding in the pit lane as well, along with Toss My Salad. I've only spent once in an F1 game in the pit lane. How do they consistently do it? Because it does give you a speedometer.
Yes. You gotta make sure to slap that pit limiter and just slam on the brakes. It's just a matter of time where you want to lose. Do you want to lose a little bit of time slowing down, or do you want to or you want to slap yourself with a penalty? So it's really just about knowing that knowing your speed limit, practicing a little bit, and knowing where you're braking. So.
Freddie did just have, JWM, we were talking about JWM into the fast lap, and then that got overtossed by Freddie, because Cross is probably going to be hungry to try to set his own fast lap on his own.
Yeah, we'll see here. Cross has probably just got those tires heated up now. He's going around the second lap with those softs. It looks like he's got this one in the bag here, barring any spins or something, but it looks like he hasn't put a foot wrong all day. He didn't put a foot wrong at all during the Bahrain race at the UNF2, so kind of taking off where he left off. And so we do got an interesting battle for 7th, as Freddie's got a nice little train forming behind him. And he's also got a 2-second time penalty, so JO707 would have the spot, but he may also want to get a move on because Toss also has a 3-second time penalty behind him, but maybe putting pressure on him. Yeah, Freddie's done a great job with his pit strategy and his fast lap with those softs. He's made up a ton of positions.
Yeah, after that accident, that spin on lap 1, if he was a little bit closer to the field, he would have a good finish. Because remember, top 8, so he would be starting 2nd on the grid. Well, actually, because of the time penalty, he'd be starting 8th, 1st on the grid.
He's setting himself up here for a great...
JWM gets loose in front of Toss My Salad, and that's going to slow up Toss My Salad, so if Freddie can get another... Now he would actually be P7, that actually probably hurts, because he's got about a 3-second gap on J707, and that would have been pole position in the next race, but as JWM's now got another 2-second time penalty, that is kind of concerning that he keeps cutting, just the cut. I think he'd still probably get podium, but that's not a good sign, as Cross did just set the fast lap of the race as well.
Yeah.
Slotty trying to maybe get 2nd, but again, with the 7 seconds time penalty, he doesn't have to try anything stupid. He can just stay behind him. He's got basic 2nd locked up.
Yep, Slotty right now, he has to be aware and just really be patient here. Stick behind JWM, not go for anything crazy. He probably, I don't know if you can see the interval to him and Cross, or if you can see Cross in front of him, but you just
Mhm.
gotta realize that you just gotta be happy with a P2 for right now and be patient.
Yeah, no, Cross is just checked out. He's not even on either of their screens right now, riding on board with either. So he's basically just checked out. Is JWM just trying to hang on, trying to get as much time so we try to minimize the damage, as Noah's in P4, relatively good, as he can kind of see it too. So again, he's trying to get within touching distance and make it a possible podium for
Noah's good. Noah's looking at a possible podium right here. He just gotta keep his nose clean and keep his head down this last lap here. We'll see what the time intervals come out as.
As we're going to widen board here with Cross, he goes around the last corner here. Oh, about to go down the last corner, about a second or two.
It's Cross Tommy again.
I'm getting tired of saying that in all the commentaries and highlight reels, but yep, Cross Tommy is going to be the inaugural winner of the first race of the feature race, I believe, of UNF2.
Wow,
with the fastest lap, just to rub it in the salt.
With the fastest lap to cap it off. Amazing from Cross Tommy, wow.
Putting salt in the wounds, as you would say, as Slotty will now take home P2 because the pedals, and Noah will round out the last spot of the podium with a P3. So Trident looking good to start the season. Got 4 points in the constructors, got 4 points from Cross Tommy because of the pole, and now 1 and a 3. As Freddie will finish P6, and Toss My Salad will be the pole sitter for the next race.
Yeah, great job from Toss and Freddie there to recover, and also not Sir Vapor. Great job to all the UNF1 boys. They really did a great job recovering after that lap 1 incident.
And
setting themselves up nicely for the sprint race.
And J707 will round at your top 10 and be the last of the points-paying finishers. Donut Glazer looking for his first points in a league race, and 11th's not bad for him. And
yeah, that's a Donut Glazer. Travis, who is our main commentator for UNF1, a big shout out to him. He just put in a great race. One thing we could note as well is that's got to be a
driver of the day, not Sir Vapor.
Yeah, not Sir Vapor. There you go. Way to go, kid.
Yeah, way to go, kid, indeed.
Big thank you goes out to Sir Vapor, who's kindly provided the prize for our race tomorrow in UNF1. It's a 60% off Puma sale code, so big thank you to Sir Vapor.
Yep. You can thank him to give us something to fight for in tomorrow's race. You can get some nice gear, some nice shoes. Fretchy, if you were to win, what would you possibly get with that 60% off coupon?
Oh, come on, you got to bog right into Puma Motorsport, cop some nice F1 gear. Whoever your team is, doesn't matter. Get some Ferrari. Myself, most likely, probably I'm probably gonna get some Ferrari merch. If you're a Mercedes fan, who knows? Maybe get a cool, maybe get some cool George Russell merch. Get some nice one of a kind, or like one of one, not one of one, but like one time off George Russell, like 63.
Well, like if that could happen in 2 years, he could be in that seat when maybe Bullet does.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see it in the future. We'll see it in the future.
But anyways, you look at your top 10 of Cross, Slot, Noah, JWM, Joey, Freddie, Crudity, Toss, Noah. I mean, not Sir Vapor, sorry, and J707 will round out your top 10. Fastest lap will go to Cross Tommy, as he will get another point added on to that. Actually, I think he got 2 for fastest lap, because I think that's how they do it here. Because he's got 27, so. Alright, on to the next one. Any predictions going to the next race, Fretchy?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking like we got a strong field all the way up and down the grid. It's really just comes down to staying clean on the first lap. So I'm looking at Toss and Shreddy here. If they can get a clean getaway, I think they can be leading the pack.
Because remember, Freddie was relatively fast. He did set one of the faster laps, and now he'll be in P2 to start this race. Cross is going to have to work his way through some relatively fast drivers.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see. But Toss was also relatively fast as well, so let's not count him out.
Oh no. For some reason, since I've rejoined the session, it's put me in a car.
Oh no. Well, that's not good. Well, I guess he'll be retiring in like 1 second, so I will be leading you through, unless we want the ultimate commentary, driver commentary.
Driver commentary. I don't know if we should do that. I don't know if that's fair. know what I'm gonna do, Pepsi? I'm actually gonna, just for the sake of the race and make sure we don't do anything that will affect the standings or anything like that. I'm gonna make sure that I bring this car to retire in the pits.
Yeah, don't want to do a pull over on the side of the road and possibly trigger a safety car. So that's probably your smartest choice. But this is like the
You see,
Andretti.
Viper Noah here hasn't got away cleanly on his formation lap. I think he's been
Nope.
disqualified.
No,
So that's
I
gonna.
haven't seen anything in the booth flashing up, so I think he's still good. He's still moving under his own power. So he just missed the light, it seems. He did what David Ladd did during the session last. As this will only be 6 laps, so Cross is going to have to get a move on along with Slotty and the rest of the field. So, but remember, there's also a mandatory pit stop as well, so these drivers are going to have to pit one more time. As Toss in the up. Now, Fretch was disqualified, makes sense, along with Feed Death. Wonder what he did.
Feed death. Honestly, that was just an incident that happened there. So I'm gonna have to bring this into the pits on lap 1.
Because that is now a new rule in UNF1 after the Bahrain race.
Not sure if feed death was on the screen there.
But yeah, that is now a new rule in UNF1. If you are going to retire, you have to bring it down pit road to avoid possibly triggering a safety car. Because in previous guys, I think David Ladd just stopped the track for some reason. But yeah, that's now a rule because we don't want someone possibly triggering a safety car and causing a calamity corner like last week at Bahrain. But anyway, as Toss is not driving away like Cross did, so I think Cross is kind of kicking himself because he's like he wants to be up there and just pushing the back, like going like on quali laps on a hot formation lap. But yeah. Anyways, you can we'll look over our top 8 real fast. It's Toss, Crudy, Freddie, Joey, JWM, Noah, Slotty, and I believe we said the winner of last race and fast lap Cross in 8th. While the rest of the field at 9 on back is the same from the previous finishing. So you got Not Survivor, J707, Donut Glazer, Jingos, 8,000 RPM, NASCAR Fan, Free Def in 15th, David Ladd in 16th as he's relatively slow. I don't think he knows what formation lap is. And Frecci Viola will be retiring and join the booth, but that glitch didn't happen. He'd be in 17th. He was slated to drive, but he decided to join me in the booth instead, so at least he got a taste of starting the grid at least once.
Couldn't pass up the opportunity to commentate with my boy Pepsi. I've enjoyed it so far. Hopefully we'll improve as the season goes on, guys.
Hopefully we won't have those.
This is just a taste of what's to come. So
yeah, had a senior moment during the first race, so like an old person using technology. As anyway, the race is about to start here. Hopefully, right on the board here. Give me a weird angle to start this 5 red lights. As I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
red lights, and
away they go this time with no delay. As Toss by Sally gets a relatively good start. As it looks like Noah's trying to make spots right off the line. I think that's Noah. I believe that is. As it looks like they're trying to make a move here. As Toss got a relatively good start, but Crudy's a sitting duck along with Freddie. As I think Slotty's making the crest. Donut Glazer was up the P5.
Oh, and we've got absolute carnage here at the back. I've got a brilliant view. It's almost like I'm in the safety car here. We got another spin.
Yeah.
We've got David Ladd. Jin goes off. We've got absolute carnage here at the back.
Yep, I'll let you finish that. I didn't want to cut you off there as we have Free Def, Donut, Jingos, Fretchie's 15th retired car. Has to go around 1 lap. Slotty, who was in P7, that's going to stink for him. And David Land in P last. As Toss is in first, as Freddie's on the back of him. Noah's relatively far off. As it looks like Cross did not make much of a get-go on the start, as he's relatively far behind. So he's getting held up by 8,000. So we'll have to make quick work of him, as it looks like NASCAR Fan is going to try to make a pass on Joey around the inside. He will successfully do it, and he will be up to P5. Sir Vapor, 9th to 4th. That's a relatively good start for him. As Noah's...
got Crudy and Slotty Bang have just passed me in the back here. They've got into an incident as well.
Slotty's probably kicking himself after that start, as Toss has still got about a half-second lead on Freddie. So, not much to report, as Noah is about a second and a half behind. Not Sir Vapor on the back of him, trying to make quick work of him as well. And as we watch around the field here, NASCAR, Joey, 8,000 Cross. Yeah, I think something may have happened. Cross lost was on the back of 8,000 RPM, and he lost touch to him. So it looks like he may have had just like one of the braking corners may have outbraked himself, as it looks like 8,000 is pitting this lap along across, and they touch going to the pit road. Cross is not going to be happy about that. I don't know if Cross has a pedal leak. I don't see anything on the side, so I don't think he has a drive-through. But I think he may be just pitting early to get the undercut. As Frenchie spent the pit lane, but that really doesn't matter. As he has damage to his wing from an incident, maybe from the pit stop incident, maybe from something else. As it looks like, actually, Toss pitted too. Yeah, I missed that one. As it looks like almost a good chunk of the field pitted, or at least it's a scoring timing issue. Never mind, it's just a scoring issue. My mistake. As Toss did not pit, along with Freddie. So yeah, only 3 people that pitted there were 8,000, Cross, and Donut Glazer. As Toss still has the lead.
Now back in the commentary booth.
Not Vapor is going to get a big lunge here from NASCAR fan. He's going to try to make it work, and he did the same thing it looks like he did to Joey, but he's not going to be able to complete it as Not Vapor gets the better drive off as Donut Glazer gets pedaling.
Wow, you're going to see NASCAR dives down the inside. He's got beautiful racing right here. Wheel-to-wheel racing. He's secured the position of P4. Make sure
Not Vapor come back at him.
Make sure you don't touch that inside curve. Sir Vapor is right on the back of the
Oh, they touched! The side pod touched. Feel the side pod, but he'll keep it straight.
Vapor has to be patient here. NASCAR fan is trying to block off the inside line. It's clean racing though. It's clean racing. Vapor's gonna make a lunge. Is he? Oh, they make contact again. Vapor stays clean though. He's gonna tuck back in.
As it looks like Noah's pitting this lap. I don't want to cut you off, but Noah will be pitting this lap.
Noah's dove into the pits.
Sir Vapor's gonna probably make a move here in turn 1. Nope, he's gonna tuck back.
Off. Good choice. NASCAR runs deep, trying to defend.
Crudy sped pit road as he also is pitted, is a little bit back down the field here. As
here comes Sir Vapor with the switchback. DRS is wide open.
He's gonna have the inside line here. Can he make it stick?
Should have an easy overtake as there's contact again. There's clean racing here. Just a little bit of wheel bumping. That
is correct. They should not go side by side here. This is going to end in tears. They keep it straight.
And NASCAR fan is pushing. Beautiful racing side by side. Just stuff you can't get done in these F1 cars with the side.
But not survive.
You can get done in these F2 cars.
NASCAR fan though made 2 lunges into this corner. Will he make it a 3rd attempt here? Is he ballsy enough to do it?
He's going down the inside. He makes the lunge, but Vapor's trying to cut him off.
Oh, he squeezed him a little bit wide.
Squeezes him to the curb. Our stewards are going to have a look at that one, but he tucks back. NASCAR's man's got the DRS though. Vapor's tucked back in the slipstream. He's going to have slipstream.
Yep. Slipstream. Oh, alright, happens to the best of us. As Toss My Salad is still in the lead. Nothing's happened up front. This is the closest battle we currently got on track, so we'll be providing for you, as this is for the last step of the podium. But Noah did pit earlier, so he was de facto P3, but he is in traffic a little bit. As he's in clean air, so we'll see how it freckles out when the other 2 pit here. As it looks like NASCAR fan is gonna actually, as I think Freddie just jumped in pit road. He did, and he will not speed.
Yep, Vapor's following in behind him.
Yep, so they're both going for the undercut. Well, not Vapor's going for the undercut a NASCAR fan. Freddie trying to get the undercut possibly on Toss.
Yeah, Toss My Solids, it's the fastest lap.
JW and J707 both sped in pit lane. Again. I know being aggressive, but after the last race, you probably should be a little bit more conservative. But again, that would be what I'd be doing. If I sped once, I'd be taking it a lot more conservative, because a 3-second time penalty in a 6-lap race would kill you. As Toss My Salad is still P1, NASCAR fan 2. Freddie has come out of pit road. Nope, I think Noah. That's David Land actually, but Noah did not jump Freddie because Freddie was P2. As Not Sir Vapor comes up just behind Noah. So it's going to be interesting to see where NASCAR fan cycles out in this situation, as Cross has just set the fastest lap. As he's currently in 13th.
I gotta say, good for David Ladd. He's taking these mediums over.
He just lost the corner there.
Commentator's curse. A little bit of commentator's curse there. But
sorry,
he was P15 all the way back when
And just to add insult to injury to David Land, he just got a 2-second time penalty as well. Just, when it rains, it pours. Commentators curse.
On board with Toss My Salad. He's going to have to dive into the pits here. He sets another purple second sector. See what he does here. So I'm expecting him to dive into the pit lane.
He's done relatively good this race. As Chaz, who's I think supposed to be in this race, saying good racing, which that it is, Chaz, from the gallery, as he will be pitting NASCAR fan. I assume we'll be following him in. he's not coming.
He's staying out.
I don't think that's a smart choice because everyone else has got fresh tires. Let's check his interval there.
NASCAR fan is just, I think he's just going to try and maximize these soft tires, but I don't know. I think he's made a wrong choice there. He's not going to have
we got a battle for, I think that is 5th there. No, that's David Ladd, so I don't think it's really mattering for much because he has not pitted yet. As we do got a yellow flag in Sector 2, someone has spun. I can't tell who that is going down the grid here. That is 8,000 RPM who has spun in that corner. That's not a relatively good... He's just had a bad start, and it's just when it rains, it pours for the kid. Hopefully he can have a good race next season. No, not next race. Jeez. I hope not next season. That would stink.
Next Saturday.
Yeah. As NASCAR fan, as Toss Marcel did regain the lead from coming out of pit road, has a 2-second lead on Freddie, so bearing anything else happening, I think he's got this in the bag. Let me just check and take a look. NASCAR fan is relatively still fast in his sectors, it seems, so he's not losing too much time. But compared to fresh tires, if it works, he may get a podium spot. So, again, maybe he knows something we don't.
It's an interesting strategy from NASCAR fan. Yep, he's got the gap on Toss to 26 seconds. I'm not exactly sure what the full time of a pit stop is, but if he can keep maximizing these softs, he might be able to get away with the last lap pit stop.
As David Lab is holding up not Sir Vapor a little bit, because I think Sir Vapor's a little bit faster, but again, that's fair in racing. He doesn't have to move over. As Sir Vapor's going to make a crazy lunge. As and he makes the pass. As we're going to ride on with NASCAR van here. As he's soon going to have to come to the pit road here. This is the last lap.
Oh, he doesn't.
That's going to be disqualification.
Yes, I don't know what he was thinking there.
Wait a minute. No, because there's no disqualification because they don't mandatory pit stop. So yeah, he's going to be disqualified. So because he did not learn the rules.
That's an unfortunate. He pit the first race, so it's just an unfortunate, brain fart for NASCAR.
Let me just make sure he didn't pit. Let me just make sure. Check the lap data here. Gotta find the right one. Stops. No, he has not stopped. So, yeah, that is going to be a disqualification.
It's unfortunate for
Freddie did just set the fastest lap, though, so. As long with David Ladd didn't pit as well, so he will also be disqualified. So, sorry, boys. Tough break. But anyway.
I guess David Ladd, I guess he just decided to just send it. I'm not going to pit.
I mean, he's kind of sinking like a stone. He already had a 2-second time penalty, so he could have still got, because he would have lost 8th to crudity and then probably top 10. So, yeah, it stinks. So anyway, though, Freddie did set the fast lap, but he's 3 seconds out on Toss. So I think, unless bearing something else, this could be Toss's first race in a sanctioned UN eSports event, or I guess UNF1.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, Freddie's got a little bit of wheel spin there. He's just got to take this home now, for he's on the last lap.
No one's getting hounded by not Sir Vapor for the last spot of the podium. Sir Vapor gonna make the pass. He's gonna launch. Got him around the outside for the corner.
Gotta wonder if there was an overtake glitch going on there. It looks like they were trying to, I don't know, a game of chicken on the brakes going on.
Maybe, because it looked like Sir Vapor went. Noah was a little bit easy on the brake there. Like it looked like he was not confident in that corner, and Sir Vapor caught him napping. As that will be the last spot of the podium. Which, credit to not Sir Vapor if he holds it, because he went from 9th to 3rd, which without even using the grid reset, so good on him. But as David Land gets another 2-second time penalty, he's been disqualified, so that's kind of redundant. As Toss My Salad is going to be coming on the final straight, and he will be the de facto winner of this race, which I don't think he knows that, but he will now be, and he sets the fast lap of the race.
And sets the fastest lap. Wow, great job to Toss My Salad.
Freddie second,
a.k.a. Evan.
And not Sir Vapor third. Noah 4th, Joey 5th. Crudity will be 6th because David Ladd got disqualified. But I think he also has a penalty, so we'll have to see what that.
Yeah, we'll see here where JWM's. Yeah, he's still a little bit. They both got time penalties, so it's going to be Crudity 7th. JWM, JWM is falling out of the order here. What kind of time penalties does he have?
I don't know, because it went down with a checkered flag. I don't know. So your top, we'll actually round it up when we check the podium here, but Toss Us Out is your winner along with Freddie and not Sir Vapor, rounding out your podium. I'd love to be a fly on the wall right now, the NASCAR fans' engineer, because he's going to be interestingly talking to him, like, why didn't you pit? What happened? And it's going to be interesting back in the garage. As NASCAR fans gets driver of the day, which
which is not gonna, which isn't accurate, but it's he did put in a good performance. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see
He
that
probably would have finished top
like
5 if he didn't pit.
yeah, how a last lap strategy would have been if he did pit for the medium there, and like how he would have got that last lap.
So yeah, just ignore him getting the trophy. We're gonna be taking that back, repossessing it. So he will not be able to keep that.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know why we let him onto the podium. I guess he had a good way with words.
He's gonna have a long meeting in the stewards room. The UNF1 stewards, Elijah, aka many things, gonna get ready for a long discussion. So
yep, even the chat's kind of noticing that too.
Shout out to our UN eSports stewards.
As we will we will quickly run you through the top 10 here. Toss My Salad is your de facto winner, along with Freddie, Not Surveyed, rounding out your podium. Noah 5th, Joey 6th, Noah 4th, Joey 5th, Crudity 7th because David got disqualified, Free Death 8th, Slotty next, Cross, JWM, J707, Donut Glazer, Jingos, 8,000 RPM, and then you could ignore Frenchie at the bottom. But Cross, he got involved in that early accident and got a wing break, and that cost him dearly, and that's not a good second race for him.
Yeah, see, that's just that's what's gonna make the F2 Championship exciting. Like things like that, it's gonna become so crucial. The first laps and how you handle adversity, if you can come back from it or not. But Cross,
are we gonna? I don't want to cut you off, but are we gonna invite people in for the podiums? Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming sure. Cross, Evan, and a few others. All right, you can do that. Well, I'll just leave it on this screen here. So yeah. We did have a little bit of some technical issues. I had a senior moment. Look, it happens sometimes. Heat of the moment, a little bit of pressure. Wanted to get you guys a good race. So I am a little bit sorry on that front. I will publicly apologize here, but we'll clean that up for the next one, as that will be Fretchy inviting. As another thing I forgot to do is turn off the invite things, but actually it gets censored out, so we're fine. Cross Tommy has just joined, so Cross, thank you for joining us, but stay silent for a second and make sure your audio party is allowing you to broadcast. Actually, same thing with you, Toss My Salad. Go to party screen. Wait for everyone to join, and we will explain the rules to them.
Our feature race winner in here, Cross Tommy. Congratulations, man. How's that feel?
Hold on one sec, because Cross Tommy's still in game chat, so he's in party. Boys, before you answer any questions, make sure you're allow your voice to be shared. So make sure you go into party settings, then go over to allow your voice to be shared, and turn to always on. Please and thank you. If you need that repeated, I will repeat it for you guys. I'm assuming you guys heard me or didn't. Can we get a radio check here? All right. Cross, you're good. Toss, you're good. All right. Both of you understand your audio is being recorded? All right. So we'll now start asking, I guess, the questions here. As Cross, pole position here today, got 4 points in from the pole position and a dominating first race there, where you just basically led from start to finish, except for the time when you had a pit. How did you feel going to this race? Did you feel confident after the practice you've done?
Well, I'm not very good in F2, but I guess today I showed up and yeah, and I won.
That's good.
And I think I got the fastest lap too, I'm pretty sure.
You did in the first race, but in the second race, what happened there? Because of first grade, you started 8th, and then it looks like you and 8,000 kind of were tangled, and you got some wing damage. So I'm kind of curious from your perspective, what do you think happened between you two?
Yeah, I got squeezed, and someone rammed like someone else, didn't even brake, and just went full straight, and it went all to carnage. Took out a lot of guys. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure I did get points today because of people.
We'll have to check with the disqualifications, but we'll see. I think you did get at least back-end points, but we will check, and the stewards will have a long meeting on this. So, but regardless, good race. Fretchy, do you have any questions you would like to ask Cross?
Yeah, Cross, I just want to ask, how did racing in F1 last week affect your performance coming into today? Did it help you? Did it hurt you? How did it feel?
Well, it actually did kind of help because the lines are kind of the same, a little different, but it did help, honestly. And yeah.
So yeah, that experience last week definitely helped you for sure.
Yes.
Evan, I just want to say, good job in the sprint race. You pretty much took it home from start to finish, other than NASCAR. They're not pitting.
Thank you.
How did You guys, Evan, how do you feel about how the F2 cars handle? Do you feel like you have to practice more for them?
I think the traction control and when you exit from a corner is a lot harder, but I think medium traction control helps a lot with it. They're a bit more challenging and you do need a lot more practice, but I think they're quite nice to drive overall.
Fetchy,
Yep.
you got any questions for
Yep,
both
I
of
was
them?
going to ask if you had anything else you want to ask first before you want me to take the floor, because I do have a question. Because in the first race, it did seem like you and Freddie were battling, and it looked like you lost the corner there, and because of the penalty, you were able to get actually P8 just barely because of Freddie's penalty. But do you think that helped you or hurted you starting? I guess I wouldn't say hurt you because you led from start to finish, but did it help you starting P1 because of the reverse grid? Or do you think it's a situation where even if you were second, you would have got a good start and probably would have passed Freddie?
Well, I think I've struggled off starts when I've been practicing. So I was surprised I didn't drop positions really. Obviously it helped being further up, but I was just surprised that I got off to an okay start compared to what I was expecting.
That's good. So again, good. I guess a good second race from you, and that will get you some nice points. You did have some good speed, so you probably be one of those drivers, the one to watch. And you did show Johnny at Racing Point that you can be a good reserve driver to him, and hopefully you guys can close the gap with McLaren in UNF1.
Yep, hopefully.
Hopefully, indeed. I think that will do it for the interview section, unless anyone else. Either you have anything, Fredchie? That's pretty much done with you too.
Oh, I don't have anything to add. Yeah, good race, guys.
Yep, good race to you guys both, and I
Thank
hope we see you here next week, which will be at, let me just pull it up, unless Fretchy, you know offhand.
The race next week is
Yep.
at, I believe, Austria.
Yep, I will just double check real fast. I am checking the Discord rule schedule. There it is. Yep, December 12th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. GMT at Austria. We hope you will join us there, and I hope it will be a good race for you two both as well. So, again, thank you for joining us in this race, and I hope to see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.
You too.
Good win, Thomas. Good win.
You too. Thank you.
So yeah, that will wrap it us for here in the booth. So again, join us here December 12th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. GMT, and we are signing off. From me and Fretchy, thank you and good night.